good, Lakers Nation? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, your ultimate destination for everything purple and gold, where I bring you the freshest breaking news, the most detailed insider analysis, and all the exclusive rumors surrounding our beloved Los Angeles Lakers. Today I've got something that's going to absolutely electrify you, something that's been brewing in the background of the NBA landscape, something that could completely transform our championship aspirations and elevate this team to a level that we've all been dreaming about. This is the kind of blockbuster information that separates the casual fans from the die-hard Lakers faithful who understand the intricate chess moves happening across the league. So buckle up, stay locked in through every second of this video, because what I'm about to break down for you is nothing short of explosive. All right, Lakers family, I need you to think about something for a moment. What does a championship contender really need in today's NBA? We've got superstars, we've got playmakers, we've got veterans who know how to win. But there's always that one piece, that one player who can take a good team and transform it into a great team, who can provide that perfect blend of skills that makes everything click into place. We've seen it throughout Lakers history, those moments when the front office makes a bold move that changes everything. When they identify a player who fits perfectly into our system, and they go all in to make it happen. This season has been a journey, hasn't it? We've had our ups and downs. We've seen flashes of absolute brilliance mixed with moments of frustration. And through it all, the front office has been working behind the scenes, making calls, exploring options, trying to figure out how to put this team over the top. Rob Pelinka isn't sitting idle. He's constantly evaluating the roster, constantly looking at the landscape across the league, constantly asking himself what moves can be made to give us the best chance at banner number 18. Now, let me take you on a journey to Salt Lake City for a moment. The Utah Jazz are an interesting franchise, right? They're in a rebuild. They're accumulating assets. They're trying to figure out their long-term direction. But they have something that every contending team in the league would love to have. They have a player who's been absolutely destroying opponents this season, putting up numbers that have people's jaws dropping, playing at an all-star level that's impossible to ignore. This player is versatile. He can stretch the floor. He can score from anywhere on the court. He's got size that creates matchup nightmares for opposing defenses. I'm talking about a 7-footer who can shoot the three at an elite level, who can put the ball on the floor, who can create his own shot, who can defend multiple positions. In today's NBA, that's the ultimate unicorn. That's the type of player that every team is desperately searching for. And right now, this player is averaging absolutely insane numbers. We're talking 30.6 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, 2.1 assists. Those aren't just good numbers. Lakers Nation, those are superstar numbers. Those are the kind of statistics that put you in MVP conversations. The player I'm referring to has been linked to the Lakers before. This isn't some random connection that came out of nowhere. There's history here. There's been interest. There's been conversations. Throughout the summer, his name kept popping up in trade discussions. And every time it did, Lakers fans got excited because we could all see how perfectly he would fit next to our core. Imagine the spacing he would provide. Imagine the offensive versatility. Imagine the matchup problems we will create for opposing defenses. But here's where things get complicated, and this is where the real story begins. The Utah Jazz have been approached by multiple teams about this player. They've received inquiries. They've gotten calls. Teams have expressed serious interest. And you know what the Jazz have done every single time? They've shut it down. They've stonewalled every conversation. They've made it crystal clear that they're not interested in trading this player. At least not right now. At least not under the current circumstances, according to insider reports that have been circulating around the league. Utah continues to completely block all talks about their star forward. They're not even entertaining discussions. They're not listening to offers. They're telling teams that he's not available, period. But here's the fascinating part. Here's where this story takes an incredible turn. The same reports suggest that if the Jazz ever do decide to trade him, it will happen suddenly. It will come out of nowhere. It will catch everyone by surprise. Think about what that means for a second. The Jazz are saying no to everyone right now, but they're leaving the door open for a sudden change of heart. They're playing hardball. They're driving up the price. They're making teams desperate. And when a team gets desperate enough, when someone puts together a package that's too good to refuse, that's when Utah might strike. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. It could happen at the trade deadline. Nobody knows the exact timing, but everyone around the league understands that it's a possibility. Now, let's talk about the player himself for a moment, because understanding his perspective is crucial to this whole situation. Before the season started, he addressed the trade rumors directly. He said that the rumors had already started, but that he doesn't pay attention to them. He acknowledged that pretty much anybody can get traded in this league, which shows a mature understanding of the business side of basketball. He's not naive. He understands how this works. And he's focused on playing basketball at the highest level regardless of where he ends up. And boy, has he been playing basketball at the highest level. 30.6 points per game isn't just good. It's historically elite. That puts him in the conversation with the very best scorers in the entire NBA. He's doing this efficiently too. Not just jacking up shots, but converting at high percentages, making smart decisions, picking his spots. This is a player who's in his absolute prime, who's playing the best basketball of his career, who's proving every single night that he belongs in the conversation with the league's elite. Forwards, here's where the Lakers connection becomes absolutely critical. And this is where I need you to pay very close attention. Multiple credible NBA analysts have identified this player as the Lakers' dream target. Not just a good fit, not just someone who would help, but the dream target, the perfect piece that will complete this roster and give us everything we need to compete for a championship. The fit is so obvious that you don't need to be a basketball genius to see it. We need shooting. He's an elite shooter. We need size. He's 7 feet tall. We need versatility. He can play multiple positions and guard multiple positions. Imagine him in a Lakers uniform. Imagine him spotting up in the corner while LeBron drives to the basket. Imagine him running pick and pops with our guard. Imagine him stretching the floor and opening up driving lanes for everyone else. Imagine the defensive versatility he will provide, being able to switch on the smaller players while also having the size to battle in the post. This isn't just about adding a good player. This is about adding someone who would fundamentally change how opposing teams have to defend us. But here's the reality check that we all need to understand. Acquiring this player wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be cheap. It would require the Lakers to make some very difficult decisions and put together a package that would convince Utah to finally say yes. The player is in the first year of a 4-year, $195 million deal. He's making $46.4 million this season. That's not just a big contract. That's a massive financial commitment any team acquiring him would have to take on. From a practical standpoint, any trade would likely require at least a third team to help balance the salaries and make the money work under the cap. We're not just talking about a simple two-team swap here. This would be a complex multi-team transaction that would require careful negotiation and creative financial engineering. The Lakers would almost certainly have to include a player of Austin Reeves' caliber in any deal, which would be painful because we all love what Austin brings to this team. We'd also be looking at multiple first-round picks going to Utah, which means sacrificing some of our future flexibility. Those are real costs, folks. Those are significant sacrifices that would impact our team both now and in the future. But here's the question that Rob Pelinka and the front office have to ask themselves, is it worth it? If you can get a player who's averaging over 30 points per game, who fits perfectly with your core, who's in his prime and under contract for multiple years, do you pull the trigger even if it costs you significant assets? That's the kind of decision that defines franchises, that separates good front offices from great ones. My take on this, and I want to be very clear that this is informed analysis, but still my opinion, is that the Lakers absolutely should be doing everything in their power to make this happen. Yes, it would cost us Austin Reeves, who's been fantastic and who we all love. Yes, it would cost us draft picks that could be valuable down the line. But when you have a chance to add a player of this caliber, when you have an opportunity to acquire someone who could be the missing piece for a championship run, you have to seriously consider it. Think about our championship window. LeBron isn't getting any younger. Anthony Davis is in his prime, but who knows how long that window stays open. We're in win-now mode, and in win-now mode, you sometimes have to sacrifice the future for the present. You have to be willing to go all in when the opportunity presents itself. And if the opportunity to acquire a 30-point-per-game scorer who's 7 feet tall and can shoot the three presents itself, you take it and you don't look back. The challenge, of course, is that Utah isn't making this easy. They're stonewalling everyone. They're not engaging in serious talks. They're making it clear that the price will be astronomical. But here's what gives me hope. Lakers Nation. The fact that insiders are saying a trade could happen suddenly means that Utah is at least open to the possibility. They're not saying he's completely untouchable forever. They're saying that if the right offer comes along, if someone blows them away with an incredible package, they might pull the trigger. And if any team in the NBA has the combination of assets, star power, and front office savvy to put together that kind of package, it's the Los Angeles Lakers. We've got young players that other teams covet. We've got draft picks we can include. We've got the ability to bring in third teams to facilitate the deal. We've got a front office that's proven they can pull off complex transactions. If this deal is going to happen, if someone is going to convince Utah to finally say yes, I believe we have as good a chance as anyone. The timing of when this might happen is fascinating to think about. Trade deadline is always a possibility, but given that Utah is stonewalling everyone right now, it might take until the off-season for them to really consider moving him. Or maybe something changes mid-season. Maybe they fall completely out of playoff contention. Maybe they decide that accelerating their rebuild makes more sense than holding on to their best player. Nobody knows for sure, and that's what makes this so intriguing. What I do know is that the Lakers need to stay aggressive, need to keep the lines of communication open, need to be ready to pounce if and when Utah decides they're willing to deal. We can't be passive here. We can't assume that other teams aren't also preparing their best offers. This is a competitive situation where multiple teams would love to land this player. And we need to make sure we're positioning ourselves to be the team that ultimately gets it done. I'm genuinely excited about this possibility, Lakers Nation. I'm excited about what this player could bring to our team, about how he would fit with our core, about the championship potential it would unlock. Yes, there are legitimate concerns about the cost. Yes, losing Austin Reeves would hurt. Yes, giving up multiple first-round picks limits our future flexibility. But when you're the Los Angeles Lakers, when you're chasing championship number 18, when you have a window of opportunity with LeBron and AD, you have to be willing to take those risks. The Finnish star I'm talking about, Lauri Markkanen, represents everything we need in a modern NBA forward. He's the perfect complement to our existing roster. He's proven he can perform at an elite level. And he's under contract for multiple years, which gives us sustained championship contention. If Rob Pelinka can find a way to make this happen, if he can convince Utah to finally say yes, if he can navigate the complex financial and roster considerations, this could go down as one of the most important trades in recent Lakers history. Now, Lakers Nation, I desperately need to hear your thoughts on what do you think about the possibility of trading for Lauri Markkanen? Are you willing to give up Austin Reeves and multiple first-round picks to make it happen? Do you think he's the missing piece that will put us over the top as championship contenders? What kind of package would you be comfortable with the Lakers offering? And do you trust that Rob Pelinka can navigate these complex negotiations and get a deal done? Drop all your opinions, your concerns, your excitement in the comments below because I read every single one and I love having these discussions with this incredible community. And listen, Lakers family, if you want to stay on top of every breaking trade rumor, every insider report, every development in the pursuit of roster improvements, you absolutely must subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report right now. Smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and give this one a huge thumbs up if you found this analysis valuable. Share it with every Lakers fan you know, because we need to keep our community informed and engaged as we chase championship number 18. I'll be back very soon with more breaking news, more trade rumors, and more in-depth analysis. Let's go Lakers! Championship or bust! I'll see you in the next one.